Guys, it's me, Drew, aka the Green Arrow, and this is my review on Arrow episode 20 entitled Genesis. So, we get to see at the beginning of the episode that John Dougal's been trying to track down Andy, his brother, and he finally gets a hit on his location. So, he goes off to try and face him down, kind of thing, and trap him. But he finds out that it ain't as easy as he thought. So basically, he ends up in getting down there and basically getting trapped by a ghost, who then end up in tying him up, and he ends up in getting stabbed with some kind of instrument. I believe it has some kind of tracking device on it. So basically, when he stabbed him, the tracker would go inside him, so he wouldn't know about it. So that was a bad decision on Dougal's behalf, really. Okay, so then we get to see Damien Dark return back to, we'll call it his Genesis base. And he gets back there and says to them all, thanks a lot for basically helping me escape from prison. Gives a little one-handed joke about Merlin's one hand, basically, saw pun, but it was pretty cool. And kill basically two of his, I'm guessing, advisors. So that was really cool to see. Yeah, I know, he just stops a bullet. One of the guys pulls out a gun, goes to shoot him, and basically he stops it just before it gets to him. And what do you know? Turns it back on the guy, and the guy gets shot in the head. Woman gets up from the table, goes to run, and what do you know? He kind of snaps her neck. You get to hear it. And she dead on the floor too. So that was pretty cool too. So we get to see Dougal's family home. And guys, you would think that our home is bricks and mortar. But in this case, it's a reinforced military truck where his whole family lives in. So you've got him, Lila, and their little girl, who all live in this truck what can't be destroyed, as you do. It was interesting to see that Lila was actually in quite a good shape, should I say. You know, she took on Hive and the ghosts, and it was interesting to see she could hold her own. But it was also interesting to find out that she actually had, I'm guessing, Genesis in her actual arm. So now it's going to be a little bit of a kuhoo, but we'll see. I'll get to more about Genesis just at the end. So we also get to see in this episode Thea's boyfriend Alex, and I kind of had a sneaky feeling that this guy was a bit dodgy. He was on Dark's wife's team, and it just seemed a little bit funny. So we get to see that basically we don't quite know what's happening. We don't know if he's drugging Thea or if he's being drugged himself, because we get to see these yellow tablets after Thea works out that everything is on a loop, and she's hearing the same things over and over again. So when she questions Alex about it, he's like, no, you're going crazy, you're fine, it's just you resisting the last part of the holiday. And she was like, basically, you've not even told me where we are. You just brought me here. You told me that I basically crashed out as soon as we left the city, and I woke up just now. So she was like, I'm hearing it on a loop over and over again. He then goes to pull out tablets, and I thought at the time he was actually going to drug her, but he turns around and says how Renee gave him to him because basically, I don't know, he's not well off something. He needs to keep up his energy. Vitamins, according to him, they're vitamin tablets, but I don't think they're vitamin tablets. I think they're roofies, and I think he was just about to jump up and more than likely stick one of those in her gob to shut her up. So then you obviously she's on her toes and she's running, and you basically find out that she's in some kind of hive, because that's what it kind of looks like. It's a bit like the Truman Show where you're stuck in this world, and I think that Merlin basically put her in there because obviously they're related. That's his daughter. He wants to keep her safe. As much as she hates him, he's still got an obligation to like save her, kind of thing. So I think the next episode is going to be really interesting. We'll have to see how that one turns out. Okay, so in this episode as well, we actually get to see Ollie playing with magic, which is pretty cool. But that's not what Green Arrow does. So, like, if he's going to become a magician now, then you kind of got to keep his magical powers rolling to the next season. So, like, for him to play with white magic against dark magic just doesn't seem too right. I don't get what the Arrow writers are doing at the moment. Like, they're like completely destroying the character of Green Arrow. But we got to see Deathstroke, and boy, that was pretty cool, man. Like, you get to see his old outfit kicking Oliver's ass, and it was good to see him. And I'm hoping at some point Deathstroke makes another appearance and maybe comes back for a couple of episodes to like bring pain to the Arrow team again. That'd be pretty cool. We then get to go back to Dougal and Andy for their final showdown, and their final showdown was pretty interesting. Dougal was there basically telling him how he's not a monster, he's not like Andy, and he's not going to kill him. And Andy was basically throughout the whole episode goading him, saying how Laura would want him to kill him and how he's not a man because he can't do it and all this kind of stuff. And you know what? To be fair, Dougal weren't actually going to kill him. But, he took it a little bit too far, and he started mentioning about how his wife and how his kids ain't going to be safe, and, Genesis has started, and then in a blink of an eye, he went for the gun, and, you guessed it, Spartan shot him, you know? And it weren't, I don't think it was like meant as a I'm gonna kill you now. It's more like a protection thing, because you kind of get to see that like Andy was basically like goading and goading and goading and goading and goading and goading John, and it was one of those things that he kind of had enough and he had to do something. So yeah, he shot him. So no more Andy. But that tells you and actually shows you how much power Damien Dark has. He completely mind washed a guy to basically turn his whole back on his family and just live for Hive. So that tells you that Dark has an immense power. Oh yeah, man. And just to like finish this part, yeah. Did you see Ollie's eyes when he did like repel the dark magic from Dark? His eyes glue yellow. Holy shit, people. Like, that was pretty cool. But I'm just, like I said, I'm just hoping that like they can kind of work this magic thing in with the Green Arrow properly, and they don't just in the next season kill it off, because it just wouldn't make sense. But we're getting a lot of references to Hub City as well, so there's quite a few colourful characters will come from Hub City. So in the next season we might get a few of them. Here's hoping. But guys, that's all I've got. I'm Drew, aka the Green Arrow. If you like what you heard, give me a thumbs up. If you don't, give me a thumbs down. If you want to subscribe, hit that subscribe button. That would be cool. You want to be a negative Nancy, you can stick a negative comment in the bottom. Positive comment, guys, they always help. It makes me a little bit better. I can listen to what you guys have got to say and I can readjust my stuff. But like I said, guys, for now, that's me. I'm Drew, aka the Green Arrow. Straight shooting, people. Hi guys, it's me, Drew, aka the Green Arrow. I got kind of like slip this in like at the end, because I kind of forgot. I mentioned that I was actually going to tell you guys about Genesis. And basically, what Genesis is it's basically all the world's nukes. And basically, Lila had pretty much the codes for every single one, and they were embedded in her arm. And in the episode, you get to basically you got to see Dark rip it out. Well, not rip it out, but like take it out of her skin and render her unconscious. And now that's what he's basically looking to do. So Genesis is basically the whole world being like writ off, and for him to actually restart the world the way that he wants. So basically it would be evil, it would be no good for, I don't know, the heroes. It's all about the villains. So that's what Genesis is. Genesis is basically a rebirth of the world, a like a respawning of the world, a bit like a phoenix, I'm guessing. Like he's gonna like burn it to ashes and then rise a city from it, kind of thing. A bit like Merlin was trying to do back in season one, which he kind of did, and it went from Starling City to Star City. So you know, I don't know. But guys, sorry about me forgetting to stick it in there. That's what Genesis is, guys. You'll get to see a little bit more of it in the next couple of episodes, because we've only got another 2-3 episodes left. Next one's gonna be 21. So yeah, after next week we've only got 2 episodes left. So I'm hoping it's gonna be full of great stuff, like great action. I'm hoping we get to see Ollie use a lot more arrows. I'm hoping that Thea gets saved and she comes back and she helps the team. I'm hoping to see maybe Constantine come back maybe for the last episode or something, or Vixen come back for the last episode, and give them a little helping hand. But like I said, guys, that's all I got for you today. My next video